powerless in that situation, do you think?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, kind of. Well, for me anyway, that just seems to. Yeah, in objecting, I sort of wouldn't really amount to anything because you just sort of get the impression that these decisions are already made in asking the community or residents or whatever. It's more just like a formality rather than actually wanting to take people's opinions on.
It definitely doesn't seem to come, when these decisions are made, it doesn't ever come from community, it comes from a developer, and I think that's part of the problem, that even if they do pay lip service to consulting the communities, when it actually happens, it's not quite right. So the walkie-talkie is a funny example, because part of their obligations was to create a communal space for people. They've created a weird private office garden on the top of a building. Like, how is that going to help a community? It's just for tourists, really, and to say you've been up there. And I think, you see, I have had invites from the council to consultations about developments and things, but I think there is a lot of scepticism about why they're consulting with you at that point, and whether they're actually there to listen to you or whether they've already got their ideas. And
yeah, I mean, that's really interesting. Do you think that? Yeah, do you think it feels like they've made their mind up already? Is that sort of what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Or they don't. It's not even that you can influence anything. I think it's more that it still feels like a big developer's come in. They're the corporate body, and it's got nothing. It doesn't have any relation to what the community wants or needs. And it's just kind of being imposed rather than it's been fed up from what the community wants.
And if you were wanting to oppose such a proposal, you two have already spoke about how you did it. Do you think you would know how to do it? Do you think you would find it easy? Do you think you would find it difficult? To be honest, I didn't really know until I started working on this how to do it. Do you think it appears easy to oppose this sort of thing, or is it relatively difficult?
I've never really had a look, to be honest with you, but I'd imagine it would be fairly easy.
Yeah.
So just go on the website or cancel the website or something and then apply it through that.
Did you find it quite easy, straightforward?
In theory it was that, but then you have to go on proposed or for my council anyway, you had to go on proposed developments and then had to enter this really obscure Wi-Fi password looking code to get to the one that I was talking about.
I just remember you had to. They did have some plans online as well that you could look at, but then to look at the bigger set of plans, you had to go to the town, the council's office, and look at them in person, which seems so old-fashioned. And they're only open at certain hours. And it seems a bit archaic, really.
Yeah, it does sound pretty archaic. So do you think that, basically, who do you think decides currently where homes are going? Who do you feel has the power? Is it you guys? Is it the council? Is it developers? Who do you think's calling the shots? Is it a combination of the above?
Councils are the ones with the final say-so, even if the developer's holding, trying to push and pull sort of thing, they're the ones who have to say so. They can go to another developer.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to lose.
If they pay enough money, I'm pretty sure they'll get their way. So.
And do you think councils are listening to people at the moment on this sort of thing? Do you feel listened to?
Not really, no. But even though I haven't really signed up to sort of petition or anything, but I feel as if I did, it wouldn't go far at all. So.
Okay. And so then I guess the obvious next question is who do you think, if it's the council and developers who are working together to decide at the moment, who do you think that should continue, or do you, who would you like to see in charge? It's fine, we're in a focus group, you can just say I think I should be in charge if that's what you think would like to happen, but who do you think should it be? Which groups of people, or how do you think? Yeah, who do you think we should be putting?
But the balance between us and the council should be a lot better.
Okay. Yeah.
More even than
And-
it is.
And how do you think you would want to do that? Do you think there should be votes on this sort of thing? Do you think we should have a referendum for this sort of
That's what I
thing?
was thinking.
Yeah.
Like a vote system.
A vote system.
I just think that people that take part in that at a local level just tend to be middle-aged white people.
Yeah.
and that's just not
Mm.
fair. They've got the time to engage with this sort of thing. They've got the time to go down to the council's offices
Yeah.
during the day. They're not in work. And yeah, I just don't think that's the right way to necessarily get everything through as well. And yeah, you end up spending a lot of time going down and voting on every single development.
I think if it's at a local level you're targeting, keep it at a local level. So if it's local boroughs, they're there for a reason. The council oversees every single local council, so it should be the power of the local council relaying it back to the main office or departments, and then you can actually have a sort of voting system from that local community. It's down to them to try and promote it, to fish it in, rather than, like you said, you're just keeping it in the dark about stuff. No wonder people always kind of like, I don't know, not bothered, because it's down to the local council. So I think it's down to their responsibility, because if everything's being built in their backyard, it should be down to the local council to take responsibility for them.
But you think a sort of having more regular votes on it would be a good thing?
Yeah, if it was for the people, it's a lot better than the people who live in that immediate area. You don't need the people who live in an area 2 boroughs away. They don't need to have a say in that.
Yeah.
It's just for that area. So I don't know, Wandsworth, just the Wandsworth Council. They're the ones who you go to about this and that, and then they're the ones who pull the strings.
But what if every council says, no, we don't need housing, the other boroughs building it, and then no housing gets built, and then London's in an even worse state than it is? It kind of feels like you need to have shared objectives about, okay, we all need to be able to build houses. Where do they need to be built? They need to be built here, here and here. Almost like more of a cross-borough thing.
It is. It's on the basis of if that borough, any borough you can name, each one has a local council. So where these local councils making their move, do they even show a hand in anything? Like, otherwise, what's the point of having them?
Yeah.
If the ultimate game is the council is the one who actually has the charge, then people ain't listened to. The local council could be given that power back, or obviously in an ideal world that would be, but it's always business at the end of the day. Money always talks.
Yeah, my only issue with having a vote on all these issues is it's going to be another admin cost, and for people already living in the area.
Yeah.
Every year, the only contact I have with my council is them writing me a letter saying my council tax is going up, and there's already like infrastructure failures. There needs to be more money, but so my waste gets taken every 2 weeks now instead of 1 week, and it's struggling. There's like loads of fly tipping everywhere. So having a vote, I just think that will be another added cost, especially on every sort of planning permission issue.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe if it wasn't every single one, but maybe the council said this is roughly where we want the houses to go, this road, this road, this road. Every couple of years you had a vote. Do you think that would be something that interests you, or?
I wouldn't bother, to be honest.
No.
I think for me, what might help a little bit more is if the council wrote to everyone in the borough to say that this is the current proposal, this is what we're planning on doing, and then if you're interested and you want to have your say, then you go to the council, or like you have a meeting date where everyone can gather together and give their view then. I don't think the vote's really going to help.
Okay. And, do you think meetings about this sort of thing where you can actually go along and give your opinion is, A, do you think it'd be a worthwhile activity, and B, do you think you'd be interested in going? I mean, it's an evening after work, it might not be that appealing. Or it might be quite appealing. What do people think? Do you think you would? Do you think you'd like that? Would you take up the offer?
I agree on a point. I think that was said. We're young people. We wouldn't go ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll be middle-aged people, sort of going in their own time. So we wouldn't get a say.
Do you think there's a risk that any sort of involving the community more